She like, yeah, me and my boyfriend, we used to dabble into, some freaky things. We used to have. It's
Why is everything happening in Atlanta? I feel like all your hot gists is always happening in Atlanta. You guys, what's happening in that city? Let's watch the story time together. Then we'll come back and discuss.
every female in Atlanta weird or story time about another odd, weird interaction that I had with the female in Atlanta. And let me just say, when I get on here and tell y'all these story times, it's not to be messy, it's not for clout, it's not for clicks and views. I'm genuinely telling y'all experiences that happened to me because, for one, I like to hear other people's perspectives on things. And then, two, I be trying to figure out, is this stuff just happening to me or is it happening to y'all too? So this particular female, I met her in an entrepreneurship group. She was heavily involved into real estate, and at the time I was like just getting started with Airbnb, and so I'm like, oh, this is perfect. I can make a connection with her, possibly regarding business and then a friendship as well. So in the group, it seemed like we kind of clicked and hit it off. We exchanged information. We chatted a little bit on the phone, and then we decided to go out and have dinner. So we end up meeting for dinner at Devon in Midtown. And so everything's cool. We're just chatting, kind of getting to know each other, and we get on the topic of dating. So she asked me, like, am I dating? And at this time, I was new to Atlanta, so I'm like, no, I'm not dating. People are too freaked out in Atlanta for real to be dating. And so I asked if she's dating, and she tells me, yeah, I'm dating this millionaire tech guy. And she's like, yeah, people are super freaked out in Atlanta. So I'm like, oh, okay, you dating a millionaire tech guy. That's cool. So we start talking a little bit more just about how people are freaked out in Atlanta, right? And she like, yeah, me and my boyfriend, we used to dabble into, some freaky things. We used to have, but she's like, we don't do that anymore. We don't really get into that type of stuff. And so when she said that, I was just like side eyeing her a little because at the end of the day, what you do in your bedroom really don't concern me as long as you know I'm not going. The thing about making friends in Atlanta is you don't know if somebody really want to be your friend or if they want to be your friend because they feel like they can come up off you or if they want to get you in a bedroom or you just don't know. So we wrap up dinner. I probably chit chat with her lightly a few times after dinner, and then I get this text message. I can't remember if she texted or called me, but basically she was like, "Hey, do you want to go to St. Lucia for my birthday?" She's like, yeah, my boyfriend. Remember I told y'all she had this millionaire boyfriend, right? She like, yeah, my boyfriend, he's gonna pay for us to go to St. Lucia. So I'm like, oh, bet. She's like, yeah, send me your information. I'm gonna book the tickets. Now I'm looking at the tickets as soon as she say, do I want to go to St. Lucia? Tickets $3,000, y'all. So I send her over my information, and within 30 minutes, like the next 30 minutes to an hour, the tickets was booked. So at this point, I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? I get to go to St. Lucia on somebody else's dime. So a few days later, she hit me up again and she's like, yeah, my boyfriend, he's actually going to come with us now on the trip. And not only is he going to come, but he's inviting another one of his friends, that's a female, and then one of his male friends potentially is coming. So now this trip has gone from a two-person girls trip to an entire group trip, right? And she's like, yeah, we're gonna just get a villa. You have your own bedroom. Everybody's gonna have their own bedroom, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. So already my antennas is perking up because for one, I'm already going out the country with somebody that I don't even know that well. But now more people have been added into the mix. So here's where things get interesting, guys. So even though she told me that more people are now coming on a trip, I still want to go. But if I'm going out the country with somebody, I need to know everybody information, address, birthdays, okay, phone number,
Mm-hmm.
everything. I want to know who I'm going out the country with, right? So I asked her, I say, hey, what's your boyfriend's name? So I can do a quick Google search and make sure that he's not a freaking serial unaliver. Like, he's this millionaire tech guy. I should be able to Google him. This girl gonna say to me, what do you want my boyfriend's information from? Like, this is abnormal. Like, you want to look him up? You want to research my boyfriend? That's very weird. Like, I understand you want to be safe, but what do you need his information for? Are you okay? I literally told her, I was like, I wasn't trying to offend you by asking what your boyfriend's name was, but if I'm going out the country with somebody, I want to know the names of everybody, right? Hello, like, so she proceeds to give me the name and the Instagram of the other female that's going. I never got the information about the other male friend that was supposed to be going. Why this girl tell me, y'all? Why she say, let me ask my boyfriend and see if it's okay for me to give out his information? What are you talking about? What do you mean you have to ask your boyfriend that I'm about to go out of the country with and spend a few days with in a villa? You have to ask him if it's okay for you to give me his name? What is going on here? That was not the freaking response that I was wanting to get from her. Like, hello? So that definitely had me on the defense, right? So she ends up giving me the name of her boyfriend, right? So I look him up. He is Googleable. And I don't find nothing that's like crazy on him, right? But at this point, my discernment is on level 1,000. Like, you done already told me and hinted at the fact that you and your boyfriend used to get into some freaky deaky stuff here in Atlanta, and now you being weird about me even having his information. Something ain't right. Okay, go to part two, y'all. I'm gonna wrap this story up because I don't want to make it too long. Okay, part two. So, Girly is acting very, very weird about giving me her boyfriend information. She's not giving me that many details about the trip. She just basically want me to show up, right? I'm feeling a little bit anxious. I'm feeling like I'm uneasy about if I'm gonna go on a trip or not. But at the same time, they've already spent thousands of dollars on this ticket. They rented out this villa. The villa was thousands of dollars a night. So I'm like, for me to, that little sense of like, I don't want to pull out of this trip at the
Mm-hmm.
last minute. So I take everything back to God. I'm like, God, if you don't want me to go on this trip, let me know. Send a sign. You know what I'm saying? Let me know something. How about one of my family members, one of my close family members, gets in a car accident like 2, 3 days before the trip? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not going on a trip. I'm going back home to check on my family. So I end up explaining to her like, yeah, I'm basically having a family emergency. I'm not gonna be able to go on a trip. What is going on? So she like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Okay, don't worry about it. It's totally fine. We're not worried about the ticket. No problem. I hope everybody gets well. Something really did happen with my family. I was not making that up, but that was the sign that I felt like I needed to just hang back and not go on a trip. Why, after she sent me the text message like, yeah, that's fine, don't worry about it, we'll cancel your ticket, I hope everybody's good, why do I find out that she has me blocked on every single platform? Never spoke to me again, blocked me on everything, hates my guts. And my whole thing is like, if we was developing a friendship and I could not go on a trip, why do you now not want to be my friend? That's why I feel like, okay, it was some funny business going on. Y'all wanted to get me over there and thought we was about to have a little some little party going on, okay? Because why would you stop talking to me if we was developing what I felt like was the beginning of what could have been a friendship, and you're that upset that I decided to not go on a trip that you had other people going on at this point? And then it's like, why is a bunch of females going on a trip with your boyfriend? Like, I don't know. I just thought the whole thing was weird. So basically, the girl and the other girl that I told y'all that was her boyfriend's friends, they ended up going on a trip. After she got back from the trip, she blocked me on everything. Am I tripping? Or was that weird? Like, was there definitely some other motive behind why she invited me on a trip? I feel like it was some funny business going on, and it's just, yeah, it's just so freaking hard to make genuine real friends in Atlanta that don't have no weird stuff going on.
Having friends like this can be very dangerous. And if you have this tiny little doubt about your friendship with somebody, you don't trust them, always trust your instincts. I feel like she already have all of this planned. She never wanted she and her to go on that vacation alone. That was not the intention at all. That was the way she just wanted to put it. And this thing is very annoying because you could have just told your friend what you want her to do. If she's going to do it, fine. If she's not going to do it, then she's not going to join you. But you tricking her and saying, let's go for a trip together and do all of this, and later on you're like, oh, my boyfriend want to join, my boyfriend's friend is joining, and the girlfriend is joining as well, is kind of like a whole planned work. And now she asking for details of the boyfriend. There's nothing wrong with it. You need to be sure of who you're traveling with, who you're going to stay with, especially if you're going there for the very first time with them and you don't even know anything about them. You need to do background check on them, right? Because if anything can happen to you, anything can happen. And the fact that it was one that paid for the trip is actually very tricky as well. You know, when men do something, they don't only do things for you for free. The fact that I did it for free just like that, there's always a catch at the end of the day. So there's nothing wrong with her doing background check and trying to be sure if it's a safe place for her and all of that. I feel like women should be very careful with the kind of friendship or the kind of friends you have these days. And when you have that tiny little doubt about that friendship, just let it go because most of them are not even thinking about you. They want to please men. They want to think about their boyfriend, their man, and everything, how to make their man happy. They can do anything just to get their man to be happy. And this might not even them planning the whole special stuff and all of that. It might be something else. It might be something different entirely. So it's actually very risky if you and somebody already planned something and now they are bringing other people along to join them. And these other people are not even your own friends, they are from them. Definitely, it was planned from the onset. You guys, what's your take on this video? Kindly share your thoughts down in the comment section respectfully. As always, check out my Davis and thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and share and subscribe, and I'll see you on my next